Are you worried about the future of the U.S. economy? With so much uncertainty in the air, it's natural to fret about the security of your retirement savings. But there's one asset that stands the test of time: gold. For centuries, gold has been a hedge against market volatility and economic instability. With a gold IRA from Noble Gold Investments, you can harness the power of precious metals to help protect your financial future. By rolling over your existing IRA or 401k into a self directed gold IRA, you can enjoy the potential for long term growth and stability. Diversify your portfolio with a tangible asset that has real value. Setting up your gold IRA has never been easier with Noble Gold Investments' streamlined process and expert guidance. This election year, don't let election volatility and uncertainty keep you up at night. Vote for the timeless safety of gold and silver in 2024. Noble Gold Investments will give you up to 10 1-ounce silver Trump coins or a 10-ounce silver American flag bar if you open a qualified account. Go to noblegoldinvestments.com right now. That is noblegoldinvestments.com. What's going on, everyone? Jericho Green here with you once again. Give me a follow on X, like and subscribe to the new channel, Green's House. Guys, I jumped on another grenade for you, and this one was bad. So last night, Kamala and the Cuck, Tim Walz, finally sat down for an interview, if you want to call it that. Some might have called it a verbal orgy between Kamala, Tim, and Dana Bash, who was leading the interview. She's from CNN. Very delicate, very friendly. If you turn up the sound and get real close to the TV at a few points during the interview, you might have heard, because it was a love fest. That wasn't no damn interview. That was some of those who were in charge sitting down and talking with one of their lackeys, their lapdogs, their hacks, their employee. It was terrible. I think it was Kamala's version of Sloppy Joe and Trump during that debate. She was awful. She was exactly what you thought she was going to be during that interview. Awkward, not saying a lot of word salad. A lot of word salad. You probably got lettuce, tomato, carrots, all kinds of shit, all the way up to here after all that damn word salad. And Tim Walz didn't say much. He just sat there through the whole and most of the interview looking like a perverted bodyguard. They asked him about his DUI. He danced around that. They asked him about his service, saying that, we don't want these weapons of war. I've carried weapons of war. And he never did. But he says that he misspoke. Hey, people out there in the military, you always misspeak. You always say that you were in combat when you really weren't. Happens to all of us. It was really, really bad. She had she loves the passage of time. If time was time, it would pass like time. She said they want to have deadlines based on time. I know, I'll say it. Isn't that the very definition of a deadline? Doesn't that mean that by a certain time, you have to have something done? You have to meet your deadline, meaning you have a certain amount of time. Guys, shit was bad. Heavily scripted, heavily edited. They went the entire interview, including all the footage and the puff piece bullshit and talking about them and showing clips and all that stuff, was 27 minutes. The interview itself was 18 minutes. And Kamala didn't talk for the whole time. Dana Bash was going on for a little bit. Like I said, Tim Walz had some questions. So she didn't even get 18 minutes on her own. And it was bad. She had so what are you going to do about this? well, we have things in place that are going to take care of this and are going to take care of that. But yeah, but how are you going to take care of it? What specifically are you going to do? They asked her about fracking because she said, I am against fracking in 2019 and we're not going to frack. And if I get in the White House, there won't be any fracking going on here. And Bill Clinton was like, when I was in the White House, there was nothing but fracking. No, fracking, Bill, not fucking. Fracking. And now she says, hey, I'm all for it, baby. Frack your brains out. Now she's all for fracking. And she says, well, you said you were against it then. Now you're for it. What's changed? What's happened? Have your values changed? She says, let me be clear. She's always trying to be clear. My values have never changed. I said that I didn't believe in it, but it changed. That was 2019. This is 2024. It's a new day. So you're telling me that you believe that climate change is an existential threat, which means it's a threat to your existence, which means if you don't take care of it, you gon' die. So you believe that climate change is an existential threat. Fracking contributes to that in your tiny little commie mind, and you've changed your mind on it? So you can change a belief, not an opinion, a belief. This is what you believe. You believe that if we don't spend trillions of dollars on this horseshit, scam, hoax, trick called climate change, that we gon' die. But you changed your mind. Now you're for it. Go ahead. Frack on with your bad self. And one of the things, okay, there's two things I really want to cover. One of the things is Dana Bash asked her, and on that, on fracking, when Dana Bash asked her about it, she gave her multiple choice answers. Why did you change your mind on fracking? Did you come across some new information? Did you talk to somebody? She gave her like 2 or 3 different answers, multiple choice. That's called leading the witness. My wife does that sometimes when we're talking to the kids. Well, why did you do this? Is it because A, B, and C? You can't do that. You can't give them a way out. She did, because that's her buddy. Remember, my buddy and me. That's her buddy. And she also asked her, so you are on record saying that Sloppy Joe is ready to go. He does a backflip out of bed every morning, eats a bowl of grape nuts, and shits like a bear before he starts his day. Do you stick with that? Do you still believe that? She's like, yes, I still believe it. I still believe that Sloppy Joe is sharp and witty and ready. Well, then the obvious follow-up question is, even a kindergartner would ask this, well, then why did he step down? If he's so sharp mentally, if he's a direct descendant of Jack LaLanne, then why did he step aside? Why did they install you? Nothing. That would be the obvious question to a real reporter or a real journalist. But again, these are buddies. They probably scissor on the weekend. Scissor me timbers. Because you know she ain't sleeping with Doug. Speaking of Doug. So Dana Bash asked her, what was it like when you received the phone call from Sloppy Joe and he told you that he was stepping aside and he wanted you to fill his orthopedic padded shoes? And here, are you ready? Do you have, I'm going to stop right here. Everybody go get a snorkel because the bullshit is going to get so deep, you're going to need a snorkel so you can breathe so you don't suffocate in the bullshit. All right, everybody got one? Everybody got a snorkel, a straw, the piece of bamboo? You need something so you can breathe because the bullshit level is going to go up there. Okay, so she asked her, what were you doing when you received the call? And she said, and I quote, it was Sunday morning. Remember, it reminded me of Sophia from the Golden Girls, Sophia Petrillo. Remember, what would she always say when she was telling a story to her roommates? Picture it, Sicily, 1924. So it's Kamala, picture it, Sunday morning, pancakes. She says, I was making pancakes for my nieces, and they were asking, can we have some more pancakes? Can we have some more bacon? Hit the brakes. If we were in the car and I hit the brakes that hard and you didn't have a seatbelt on, you're going through the windshield. Hit the brakes. Pump those brakes. You're telling me Doug Emhoff, yes, that's your Jewish last name. You mean Doug Emhoff, a Jewish man, a practicing Jew. Jew. And he allows his wife to cook bacon in the house? But Jericho, they're little children. It's her nieces. So what? No, we would have to come up with an alternative. They make turkey bacon. They make beef bacon. But you're a Jew, a practicing religious Jew, and you are going to allow your wife to cook bacon in your house. You smell that? That's bullshit. There's no way. What real religious man, what real man who is religious and his religion says don't eat that shit would allow his wife to cook that shit in his house? Unless he's not a real man. Maybe he's lying about being a practicing Jew. I saw him wear the little hat. If I wasn't Jamaican, then why would I wear this hat? Where's that from? So I've seen him wear the hat. You say that you're a Jew, but you let your wife cook bacon in the house? Which is why I said before that her and Dana Lash probably do this on the weekends because she ain't doing nothing with her husband, if that's really her husband. Maybe it's one of those Cory Booker, what's her name? Dawson. What's her name? The actress. Remember a couple years ago, a few years back, Cory Booker was supposed to be dating Rosario Dawson. That's her name. Remember that? You never saw them together. Whatever happened to that? That was some fabricated bullshit. Just like this. That ain't no real relationship. If something goes against your religious beliefs, are you going to allow your spouse to do that in your home? Of course not. And then she has a very weird, awkward moment, weirder and more awkward than normal, where she's telling this story and she says, we were about to do a puzzle. Here, I'll act it out and then I'll talk about it. But really, this is how it happened. We were getting ready to do a puzzle. And it was weird. She looked at the pervert security guard, Tim Walls, and like laughs, and then goes back to telling the story. You could tell that she was giving her mind time, her mouth time to catch up with her brain. She was stalling. There was no Sunday morning and you're making fucking pancakes and bacon for your nieces. You're about to do a puzzle. Whose morning with your nieces or little kids in general is that structured and well put together? We had pancakes. We did a puzzle. What little kid wants to sit down and do a puzzle? They want to be playing with toys. They want to go somewhere. They want to play video games. Kids are forced to do puzzles. Unless you're like some little nerdy kid and you like that. Whatever. But most kids aren't down for a puzzle, especially at your auntie's house. Aunties are what? Fun. No kids ever said, I went to my aunt's house this weekend and we did puzzles. Horse shit. All of it. Bullshit. All of it. So you cooked up this story and threw us in the meat grinder. All of it was horse shit. And then here is the piece de resistance. Here is the crown jewel. Here it is, guys. Kamala Harris said something, or should I say, didn't say something that spoke volume. Dana Bash asked her, she says, Trump is talking about your racial identity, and if you're black or Indian, and they played the clip, you know, where he was in front of the National Association of Black Journalists, which is fucking nonsense. And the lady asked her, well, what do you think, Kamala? Is she black? Blah, blah, blah. Well, she's black. Now she's black. Before, she's Indian. All the time, she's Indian. Now she's black. She wants to be a black lady, so she's black. He said black 48 times. And guess what Kamala's response to that? I know what you think it was, being that she's a proud black woman. She should have been like, honey, let me tell you something, Dana Bash. I'm a proud black woman. I went to a HBCU. I'm the first black female vice president. I was the first black AG of California, the first black senator. Wait, no, hold on. I was the first Indian senator. Blah, 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 blah. Confusing lies, bullshit. But that was her opportunity to say, let me say this. Let me be clear. Let me be clear. I am a proud black woman, and I am hoping to be the first black female president of these United States. You got me in there in 2020, and we're going to do it again in 2024. Isn't that what she said? Doing her best Nell Carter. Why didn't she do that? Why did she do that, black folks? Ricky Smiley and others, you jackasses who are going to vote for her simply because she's black, like we owe something to our race? Like we owe something to her? That was her opportunity to claim her blackness. And you know what she said? He's always doing next question. Next question, huh? Yeah, next question. She said, next question. Where's her blackness now? You know why she didn't say that shit? Because she's not. And she didn't want to piss off who she really is, Indian people. Because she couldn't look her mama in the face when she goes back home for 30. She couldn't look her mom and her family in the face if she got on national TV and claimed that she was black. That's why she didn't do that shit. Because she's not. And like I said before, she sits back quietly and lets other people say she's black, but she'll never say it because she's Indian and she don't want to make her people mad. Scene. You know how it goes. Tell me what you think. Do you think this was the train wreck that I saw? Maybe not. Am I wrong? I do wear glasses. Did I get it wrong? What do you think? That thing was horrible. It's exactly what we thought. And when she gets into the ring, so to speak, she gets on that debate stage with Trump on September 10th. You know what that's going to be like? Because you know I love a good analogy. That's going to be like 1986 Mike Tyson, who does so much coke that he has the coke still on his nose when he comes out to fight against Stephen Hawking. Remember him in the wheelchair? Mike Tyson, do not destroy me. He finna sign the contract. That's what that's going to be like. Trump is going to be Mike Tyson, and Kamala Harris is going to be Stephen Hawking. It's going to be a bloodbath. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get over to X, give me a follow at @Green_Jericho, and like and subscribe to my new channel, Green's House. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.